Imagine transforming abandoned rail yards into the most expensive real estate development in American history. Well, welcome to Hudson Yards, New York City's $25 billion bet on luxury, innovation, and urban renewal. But has this ambitious megaproject delivered on its promises, or is it destined to become a costly mistake? Located on Manhattan's west side, Hudson Yards sits atop what was once a sprawling network of abandoned rail yards, a stark symbol of urban decay in a city known for relentless progress. Plans to redevelop this prime piece of real estate emerged in the early 2000s, driven by the vision to expand Midtown Manhattan and revitalize a neglected part of the city. Announced with great fanfare, Hudson Yards quickly became America's most ambitious and expensive private real estate development, costing an unprecedented $25 billion. Covering 28 acres, the project promised luxury apartments, office towers, shopping malls, cultural spaces, and cutting-edge architecture, all designed to draw New Yorkers, tourists, and businesses to Manhattan's newest district. Backed by substantial public incentives and private investment, Hudson Yards aimed to symbolize New York's economic resilience and innovative spirit. But with such an extraordinary budget and bold promises, expectations soared alongside skepticism. Could Hudson Yards truly revitalize Manhattan's West Side, or was the city gambling billions on an uncertain dream? Building Hudson Yards wasn't exactly as simple as stacking blocks of luxury condos onto Manhattan's abandoned rail yards. I mean, after all, who knew constructing skyscrapers above active train lines would be so complicated? But to tackle this engineering nightmare, planners and engineers had to get seriously creative and spend serious cash. First came the challenge of building a massive platform over the bustling railway tracks. Picture constructing a 10-acre steel and concrete deck strong enough to support multiple skyscrapers, thousands of residents, and tens of thousands of visitors, all without disrupting one of America's busiest rail corridors. Pretty easy, right? Well, the site required specialized ventilation, fire safety, and seismic-resistant features, because it turns out Manhattan's geography and aging infrastructure don't exactly lend themselves to easy construction. The designers also boasted high-tech environmental solutions, like stormwater recycling and energy-efficient glass, aiming to keep sustainability skeptics quiet. Transportation was another ambitious component. Hudson Yards extended New York's subway network with the brand-new 7-line extension, connecting the previously isolated area directly to Midtown Manhattan. But let's face it, transforming industrial wasteland into luxury real estate demanded a transit facelift too good to resist. Architecturally, Hudson Yards delivered iconic structures like the Vessel, part interactive art, part giant honeycomb staircase, and the Shed, a futuristic, movable art center. And let's not forget 30 Hudson Yards, a skyscraper so tall it offers visitors vertigo-inducing views from the highest outdoor observation deck in the Western Hemisphere. Yet, despite all of these technical marvels, there's a nagging question. Is Hudson Yards a lasting testament to cutting-edge innovation, or just a shiny monument to engineering excess? Hudson Yards isn't just an ambitious urban facelift. It's New York City's $25 billion attempt at future-proofing its economy. Think of it as a very expensive insurance policy against urban stagnation. The project's economic rationale was straightforward: transform neglected land into prime real estate, draw global corporations, and attract affluent residents, all while revitalizing Manhattan's less glamorous West Side. Initially, the logic seemed sound. By creating luxurious apartments, sleek offices, high-end retail spaces, and cultural attractions, Hudson Yards aimed to magnetize global businesses and wealthy residents, significantly boosting the city's tax base. Multinational giants like BlackRock, Facebook, and Warner Media quickly signed leases, eager to claim their slice of New York's latest prestige address. Strategically, Hudson Yards was positioned to rival established business districts like Midtown East and even Wall Street, promising lucrative financial incentives and world-class infrastructure. Yet critics weren't shy in highlighting the risks. With billions in public subsidies sweetening the deal, skeptics questioned whether New York was essentially betting taxpayer money on luxury real estate, which is always a notoriously volatile market. Moreover, Hudson Yards faced the classic high-end development conundrum: affordability. While it attracted billion-dollar companies and luxury retail brands, it simultaneously priced out smaller businesses and many New Yorkers. This has led critics to label Hudson Yards as an enclave for the elite, beautiful, but largely inaccessible to the city's broader population. So has Hudson Yards truly strengthened New York's economy, or is the city facing an economic hangover from an extravagant spending spree? Ultimately, the project's success hinges on balancing bold vision with practical market realities, a tricky equation yet to be fully solved. With billions spent and Manhattan's skyline transformed, Hudson Yards hasn't exactly escaped controversy. While developers celebrated luxury and innovation, critics quickly spotlighted serious questions around social equity, economic impact, and urban authenticity. But first, let's start with affordability, or rather the lack thereof. Hudson Yards swiftly gained a reputation as a playground for the wealthy, with ultra-luxury condos and high-end retail inaccessible to most New Yorkers. Many locals argued that the city effectively subsidized a billionaire's paradise while affordable housing remains scarce and homelessness persists elsewhere. Environmentally, despite green promises, Hudson Yards faces skepticism about sustainability claims. Sure, the glass towers look sleek, and the neighborhood touts impressive recycling and energy efficiency initiatives, but transforming an industrial site into a luxury district inevitably brought ecological challenges, like increased congestion and resource consumption, which critics argued outweighed green credentials. Social controversies surrounding labor practices and public incentives also emerged. Activists raised concerns over labor conditions for construction workers, highlighting allegations of inadequate wages and unsafe working environments. Additionally, significant public funding sparked backlash, with critics arguing taxpayer money should have supported broader public goods rather than luxury real estate. Finally, cultural critics questioned Hudson Yards' authenticity. Is the district a genuine New York neighborhood or a sanitized corporate theme park detached from the city's vibrant, gritty reality? All of these controversies illustrate the tensions inherent in ambitious urban megaprojects like Hudson Yards, underscoring the need for balance between economic ambition, social responsibility, and genuine sustainability. But really, has Hudson Yards achieved this balance, or is it destined to remain a controversial symbol of New York's inequality? Hudson Yards joins a global lineup of ambitious urban projects offering valuable insights and important warnings for planners worldwide. Take London's Canary Wharf, for instance. Once similarly abandoned docklands, it successfully reinvented itself into a booming financial hub. Yet, Canary Wharf also struggled with issues of affordability, exclusivity, and integration with the broader city. Sounds kinda familiar, right? This mirrors the very criticisms Hudson Yards faces today. It's a reminder that revitalization projects must genuinely serve the wider community, not just corporate interests. Across the globe, Dubai's downtown developments such as the famous Burj Khalifa and luxurious retail complexes showcase how ambitious urban planning can transform a city's global image. Yet Dubai also illustrates how heavily relying on luxury real estate can result in economic volatility, market bubbles, and persistent social divides. Hudson Yards planners would do well to learn from these lessons to avoid similar pitfalls. Closer to home, San Francisco's Mission Bay district highlights the importance of balance. Originally envisioned as a biotech hub, Mission Bay thrived by diversifying beyond its original purpose, attracting broader commercial interests and integrating more inclusively with the city. This approach might offer a blueprint for Hudson Yards to consider if it seeks greater long-term success. In short, Hudson Yards underscores critical lessons for future urban developments. genuine economic diversification, authentic community integration, affordability, and meaningful sustainability aren't optional. They're fundamental. The key for Hudson Yards will be applying these lessons thoughtfully, adapting where necessary to ensure it evolves into a genuinely beneficial and inclusive part of New York City's urban fabric. In our view, Hudson Yards represents both the promise and pitfalls of ambitious urban redevelopment. Its architectural brilliance and innovative engineering are really impressive, and there's no denying the project's ability to attract global businesses and affluent residences, enhancing New York City's global image. Yet we can't ignore the substantial criticisms about affordability, social inclusivity, and genuine, real sustainability. Hudson Yards risks reinforcing economic divisions by prioritizing luxury over accessibility. A thriving city must cater to diverse demographics, not just the elite, to truly be successful in the long run. Moreover, the extensive public subsidies raise legitimate questions about whether these resources could have better served broader community needs rather than fueling high-end real estate developments. It's essential for future projects like Hudson Yards to better balance public benefits with private gains. Ultimately, Hudson Yards stands as a valuable lesson in balancing ambition with responsibility. If planners can effectively address its shortcomings, particularly around affordability and inclusivity, it may yet become a real urban success story. But if they fail, it might instead serve as a costly reminder of the dangers of urban extravagance disconnected from practical realities.